Hi, my name is Krista Gallegos, and today I'll be presenting my project on the dangers of hairstyling tools on children, too hot to handle. This is the design portion of my project. First, we'll start off with my brainstorming sketches. This is the first brainstorming sketch I came up with. The whole purpose of my project was to help the amount of time that curling irons sit on these mats so that children do not have enough time to go up to them and burn themselves or just try to mess with these tools in general. So with this design, I wanted to use a silicone mat, which is the long piece you see in the middle. I also wanted to create these like inserts that would come out of the silicone, which would also be made of silicone. And the reason why I use silicone is because it is known for being able to hold high temperatures. And the average curling iron can reach up to temperatures of 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and the silicone can withhold that. So with the inserts, I decided to make these with silicone so that the curling iron would have more protection on the sides so it wouldn't roll off, or it wouldn't be just easy enough to pull off by itself. So then I also create these flaps on the sides that would also be made out of silicone that can wrap around the curling iron so it could be used as a travel case, or it can just be used to store the curling iron after it is done when it is hot underneath like a dresser or a cupboard or anything like that. I also wanted to add Velcro straps to the ends of each of them so that they could be able to secure the curling iron inside and it won't move. Moving on to my second sketch, it's kind of the same. I wanted to create a mat that I would be able to place the curling iron on and use those same inserts that would be able to secure the curling iron inside of it. With this one, I wanted to add more versatility, as more people in a lot of the reviews added that many of the mats that they saw on Amazon or all these websites were either too big or too small for the types of tools they were using. So with this, I decided to create 3 different sizes on one mat. The first one was a 1.5 inch, which is a bigger, not the average size of a curling iron, it's one of the bigger ones that they have. The average size is a 1.25, which I made on the right corner. And I also added the same inserts so that it can be more secure inside. On the left corner, I decided to add the 0.75 inch space for the barrel. I also added the same insert so that it can be secure. And this design would be good because you could add a curling iron inside and place it there inside the insert for it to cool down. It could also be used as a travel case and you could wrap it around and it would still not get burnt or burn out very easily. Moving on to my third sketch, I decided to create a child-proof box that also had a silicone mat inside of it that also had the same inserts for the curling iron to stay inside of. This box would be good, but it would have to be very large, as the average size of a curling iron is pretty big. So the box would have to be large, and it would be very big to carry around or store underneath a cabinet or anything. Also, I wanted to add the silicone mats so that you can lift it up and place the cords underneath so that it wouldn't be in the way of anything. With the box, it would be able to close, and it also have a child-proof lock that would keep children away from it. Next up is my decision-making matrix. I decided to use the same specifications as I used for my similar solution matrix, and I kept the weights of each specification the same, as I believed that they were weighed the right amount as they should be. So I started off by putting my similar solution matrix winner as my first one, and I made it all 0 so that could be the base for the rest of my sketches. For my scoring key, I use 1 as being better, -1 as being worse, or 0 staying the same. So for my specifications, I use heat resistance, durability, weight, portability, maintenance, versatility, price, and child safety. So for my winner, I decided from all the specifications, sketch number 2 fit all the specifications the best. For this one, heat resistant, it obviously had to be heat resistant, and with the silicone material I wanted to use, it would be able to withhold the temperatures that it would get up to. Durability is also the same, as it would be able to hold the temperatures and it would be able to maintain the heat of them and the weight of it. Weight, it would be able to hold the amount of the size of the curling iron, also as well as the other 2 that I also added, different sizes. And it wouldn't be as heavy either since it was made out of silicone, but it would be able to hold the weight of the curling iron. Next is portability. Portability is very important because this is the most important because it allows the parent to store the curling iron while it is still hot. So I wanted it to be made out of silicone so that you could wrap it up and put it under your cabinet so that a child couldn't get it. And this one does the exact thing because it is made out of silicone and you can wrap it up in order to put it under the cabinets. Next is maintenance. Since the silicone can withhold the high temperatures, you wouldn't have to keep checking up on these products or buy new ones very often, as it would be able to hold the temperatures. Versatility, this one is the most versatile out of all of them because it does have the 3 different types of barrel sizes for each curling iron or a different tool. Next is price. It wouldn't be as expensive because I could use a silicone material to create this, and silicone is not that expensive. Next is child safety. Child safety is the most important out of all of these also, and this item would show child safety because you could be able to wrap it up and it could be stored away from children rather than leaving it on the bathroom counters for a child to have open access to it. Next is my design key highlights. So out of all of my decision-making matrix and all my drawings and sketches and everything, I decided to, when I created my proposal poster, I decided to use sketch number 2, but I got some feedback on this, and many people asked how the chosen sketch would be different from other typical heat protectant holders, which made me think that I needed to add more components. So I decided to add a temperature sensor, a buzzer, and an LED light. The temperature sensor would be able to obviously sense the temperature of the curling iron inside the pouch. The buzzer would be used to alert the user after leaving it unattended for 30 minutes. The LED light would be used to flash a light showing that the tool is still hot and still on. So I decided to use the winner from my similar solution matrix, the silicone bag, and I decided to use that as my holder, as I did like how it had a hole for my LED light to be placed into, and it also had a hook so that I could hook it on to my mirror. It also would have many wiring components, so I wanted to add it either onto the side in a box or maybe put it on the back of the holder. So the materials that I would need for this project is an Arduino Uno kit. I found this kit on Amazon that came with a tutorial on how to use it and many compatible Arduino components that would be used, like jumper wires, a breadboard, LED lights. It also had the buzzer. Next, I had to buy the temperature sensor separate. It was $5.99. It was the DS18B20 temperature sensor that I needed to buy. Next, I would need to buy the actual holder that I mentioned, the pouch. It was $7.99 on Amazon. Next, I would need the Arduino IDE software, which is free because I can download it on my laptop. Next is constraints. So the main constraint I found was the time, cost, and lots of material that I needed. For time, I only had around 4 months to create this whole thing, and it wouldn't be as bad, but considering all the time it takes to code and test all these components, it would be a while. Next, lots of material. As you saw, I needed a lot of materials, but as I showed, the kit did come with a lot of it, but it was expensive, which goes into cost. My total cost for all of this was around $70, and that is a lot for just a small prototype. Next is my Fusion build. So this is my CAD file that I came up with. It shows the actual silicone holder that I bought from Amazon, and I wanted to add the LED light on the front pouch or the front side of this holder in order to show the lights flashing. That is it for my presentation. Thank you very much.